The Hunger Project's vision is a world without hunger. And to be able to reach this vision, the Hunger Project works towards facilitating individual and collective action to transform the systems of inequity that create hunger and keep it in place. We have about 1 in 9 people who are still going to bed hungry around the world. And as the Hunger Project, this really sets us thinking and asking ourselves, what is missing? We always come to the conclusion that I think enough is enough. We have to work towards transforming systems that create this hunger and cause it to persist. Across the whole of Africa and Latin America and South Asia, where the Hunger Project focuses much of its attention, we are working at mobilizing communities, mobilizing voices for a sustainable end of hunger. The Hunger Project's work revolves around 3 pillars, and the first pillar is that of empowerment. As dignified human beings, we possess the power to be able to create the systems that will lead to our survival. The second pillar that we base on is mobilization. We believe in the collective voice. And the third pillar of our work is creating sustainable systems. Hunger is a very complex issue. So when we are working with communities, we actually point them to the fact that, as Hunger Project, as our partnership entails, we are not only looking at the hunger of, lack of food to eat, but hunger in terms of its entire totality. And so we go deeper to look at these issues and unpack them. Because when a woman is not empowered, when a woman is looked at as a secondary citizen in terms of development, in terms of access to social services, and very well knowing the nurturing role, the caring role that a mother or a woman plays in community, in society development, you will get to realize that, these systems which inhibit women from having access to finances, to having access to land, to cultivate, from having access to the most recent digital technology or an education that can position them and to confidently negotiate in the market space, will actually deter them from being actively engaged in the food systems chain or being active participants in the production or in the entire food systems chain. Much of our agriculture systems are purely dependent on rain-fed agriculture. The biggest threat caused by climate change is the issue of disruptions in rainfall patterns. So when smallholder farmers who are purely dependent on rain-fed agriculture, who lack the resources to invest in irrigation systems to be able to continuously farm throughout the whole year. So with climate change, we see a very, very negative impact in terms of their food security. Because if they're depending on rain-fed agriculture, if they're depending on the rains, the changes in the seasons disrupt their harvest or they interfere with their yields. And when they interfere in their yields, that means they cannot ably have enough to eat as we celebrate World Food Day. We wish to awaken people to the realization that hunger is unacceptable. And it's high time we arose to our power, we awaken to our power to work towards creating those systems that will ensure that our generation, for the time we are left to live on this earth, and the generations to come, no one ever goes to bed hungry.